I think the thing that I love the most about the spaces that all women are just the support that women have for each other.
Hello, how are
Morning.
you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well.
Nice to see you. This is my mum, Terry. This is Ella.
It's a really like unique environment to be put into a group where women are just like backing each other and it's not about competition and comparison with one another. It's literally supporting each other and celebrating each other as we all thrive. So Femi is a running community and platform that connects women runners globally through sustainable training and physical run clubs. So we have built a platform where women can connect on the app to get training that's based around the menstrual cycle if you have a cycle, but more so about sustainable training around female physiology, and then build and host your own run clubs to create those safe and supportive environments for each other.
I feel like it's so empowering because we're all different people from different walks of life and we all have different experience with running, but we all can come together and feel connected in a safe space where we can all run whatever pace we like. It's not competitive, it's just really wholesome.
Yeah, I think it's really like it fosters that love for running versus running to be the best. Like you're the best version of yourself, not the best in a group or whatever. Yeah.
We're so supportive of other women-run communities as well, and we just love to see more and more women-run communities and run clubs all pop up because it's just creating a better environment for everyone.
Today, we're just going to run down Oxford Street, down Key Street, 15 minutes out, 15 minutes back. If you want to walk, that's completely fine. So I'm Carly.
And I'm Piper.
And our run club's called Chili Chicks Run Club.
And I think we started Chili Chicks because we were running in a group anyway, and it's something that we would have loved as beginner runners. So we thought we would start it for the community.
So our run club, we run at 7-minute pace, so that it is open to anyone. So if you're already a runner, you can run with us. But if you're new to running, it's a nice, comfortable pace that everyone can stick with.
I think it's important so women feel safe and can get out there and give it a go. Obviously, there is some other run clubs, and we've got some feedback from some of our girls that they've been intimidated going to mixed run clubs. So welcoming female environments often really inclusive for everyone. Yeah.
It can be quite scary turning up to a run club where you might feel like you're getting judged, or you might feel like you're not good enough or fast enough, or you don't fit in because of the way you look. And I think when you go to women-only run clubs, kind of all of that judgment feels like it doesn't exist.
My name is Kate. I started running on my own towards the end of last year, and I'd known about some run clubs, stuff that runs like during the week in my local area, and I thought, okay, I'd like to go to them to meet some more people. Like I live by myself and it'd be good to fill my week up with some social sport as such. Went and took myself by myself to these run clubs, which is pretty daunting. And then initially, straight off the bat, everyone was really welcoming. They were pretty small groups. Met both men and women that were really friendly. Unfortunately, a couple of weeks in, some of the men got a little too friendly. And I was sort of made to feel like being like the new girl to run club, you kind of get a little swooped on by a couple of people, asking for your Instagram or your number, and then you try to be polite and you give it to them with the benefit of the doubt, like, you know, on paper they're not really doing anything wrong. But then, you know, but before you get home, a couple of minute walk, you've already got a message, oh, I'll see you next week, or did you want to grab coffee? And then had another social gathering where he was there, and, you know, we all take a group photo, and he's got his hand on the small of my back. And then more or less a similar situation happened with another man that I'd met at the same run club a couple weeks after. And what sucks is that these two particular people tend to go to all of them. So it's not like I can just switch up which run club I'm going to, whether it's like in the morning or after work or the weekends, because they're at all of them. So it's not really an inclusive sort of space and not a safe space either.
Feeling safe is so important. So not feeling, you know, that you're running carrying your keys in your hand or things like that, and having shared experience with other women who've experienced that as well, knowing that you're not alone, you're not the only person, unfortunately, who has experienced that, and being in a space that prioritizes safety and being together and a sense of belonging, I think is really healing for lots of people. So I think it's nearly 50% of girls and women tend to drop out of sport, particularly in adolescence. And that can be because of those barriers. Women tend to face more hurdles to access regular physical movement. So that could be time and cost. It can be, as a female, having to juggle multiple roles. So whether that's studying or school or career, family, making decisions around whether you're going to be a parent as well.
My name's Jackie Bell, and I am the youngest person in the world to run a multi-stage ultramarathon on every single continent in the world, which is 7, which I realised halfway through. So to get women more involved in sport, doing something they love and just getting outside, I think it would be about getting to know yourself and what excites you, and then leaning into that and doing that. If you love catching up with friends, then line up your physical activities with your friends, so you're having that sort of double whammy of the connection and also physical exercise.
I think the right running group can help with lots of things. I think it can help with that kind of motivation and accountability. And I think particularly for women, if you can see women being inspiring and achieving kind of different goals that you've never thought of even trying, I think that can be really helpful. Quite often in an all-female training environment, there might be less pressure. It can still be competitive and it still be people pushing each other. If there's less pressure, then hopefully there's more enjoyment as well, and you have the space to kind of feel more confident and more able to kind of push yourself. Also, hopefully you'd feel safer to discuss challenges as well. So if you are struggling physically or emotionally, you might feel safer to actually bring that up.
It's really important for us to provide this environment for all marginalised communities, and we know that there are people who identify as male or non-binary, and they also might have menstrual cycles, or they might not have menstrual cycles, but they identify as a woman, and they still face the impact of being a woman, and the patriarchy is still part of their world. And so we want to be able to provide that safe space for anybody that feels they need it. That is really important for us. And Femi isn't just about people who get periods. It really is about just creating an environment that doesn't really exist anywhere else in our sport.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not just a me experience. Some people are repeat offenders of it. There's lots of girls that have come once, come and then not come again. So yeah, it's not just me.
And unfortunately, it is just a reality that women, they don't feel comfortable training around exercising with men because they've had experiences in the past where men have made uncomfortable comments. Men have taken this as a sign that oh, you're at a run club, you want to hook up. No, that's not the point,
So this one particular man I was talking about, I have since heard that he is pretty anti-dating app. So he uses the run clubs as the dating app, which I think is a little advantageous. It's not a dating app, and I think that is such a bad way to look at it, and you're taking advantage of people who are just wanting to make new friends.